And we're doing something different today. Today, we are doing an NFL mock draft. And in case you didn't notice, I have a face cam now. Whoop-de-doo. So, yeah, let's get this one underway. Starting off with the Las Vegas Raiders, obviously, this one is really a no-brainer. They need a quarterback terribly. Watching Geno Smith today made me want to throw up. Straight up. It really did. I mean, it was terrible. And for that reason, we are drafting Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall. Now, here comes the New York Giants. And they need defense. Well, more so offensive line than defense, but right here, there's not an offensive line worthy of taking at number 2. And for that reason, I have them taking a linebacker, Averill Reese, who was really good this season. I mean, he's very versatile, could play pass rusher, could play off the ball. I mean, he's just very versatile, and he's able to play pretty much everywhere, at least in the box. So, Averill Reese is going to go to the New York Giants. And the other New York team, man, I feel bad for New York fans. Both franchises are cursed. At least they both somehow have a championship in their history, but who knows. But the Jets on the clock here. With the Browns winning today, they move down to 6, which honestly really messes them up because they no longer could take quarterback Dante Moore, who is going to go number 3 to the New York Jets. Now, Dante Moore was really good at Oregon this season. 28 passing touchdowns. And even as a runner, he was able to escape and make people miss outside the pocket. He's very versatile, but will he declare for the draft? It is unknown. But he definitely has the draft stock to declare for the draft. And for that reason, we are going to draft him here. Now, the Tennessee Titans on the clock here. It's really just, it's defense. I mean, they need offensive line, but if they could draft a good edge rusher or a good linebacker even, it would really help them out on the defensive side of the ball. And it's between David Bailey, Peter Woods, and Ruben Maine for me. I mean, you could throw Sonny Styles into that conversation, but I mean, Cedric Gray has emerged as a pretty decent linebacker for the Titans this year. And they have Jeff Simmons at defensive tackle, but what they do not have is a premier edge rusher. I mean, they have some developmental prospects. They have Olufemi Oladejo out of who they drafted the third round last year out of UCLA, but I mean, you have 2 premier edge rushers staring you right in the face, and how do you not go with that? They have David Bailey here, and they also have Ruben Bain here. Now, Ruben Bain has been projected to the Titans for pretty much every mock draft I've ever seen, except a couple, which have some other just like different positions being taken, including wide receiver like Cardell Tate or Jordan Tyson. Even running back Jeremiah Love. But the last high running back we've seen taken was Bijan Robinson. And he's turned out great. But we also saw Jahmyr Gibbs go high, and they both turned out great, but you also have not too many high running backs. So, I mean, Jeremiah Love, I feel like he's just going to fall just a little bit. So, for that reason, I'm going to have the Titans taking Dave Bailey here. I mean, you have a little bit younger edge rusher. I mean, he could drop out in coverage just a little bit, but he also could play on the interior of the defensive line. And he's at least versatile enough to be able to be played in multiple positions, which is always a plus side. And, I mean, he's 6'3", 250. And, I mean, he's just really flipping. I mean, he's big, he's strong, he's physical, and he's going to be able to keep the Titans somewhat interesting, I believe, if he does end up going there. Now, at 5, the Cardinals are on the clock. Quarterback is no longer really an option here. I mean, you have Kyler Murray, who is obsessed with Call of Duty and is made of glass. Not as bad as Joel Embiid, though. And Jacoby Brissett isn't getting much younger, so. And running back, they have Trey Benson. I mean, they have James Conner. Both coming off injuries, but still. Leading me to take best player available here. They took Walter Nolan out of Ole Miss last year. They don't really have that premier linebacker. They don't really have that premier edge. So now you have the argument between Sonny Styles and Ruben Bain. Take a look at Sonny Styles. He's young. I mean, he's 6'5", 243, but he plays like a safety. I mean, he's really just... He plays like a safety. It's weird. I mean, he could rush the passer. He could defend the run. I mean, he's a tackle machine. And, I mean, he's just very versatile. Even if they wanted to move him back to safety, I believe they could. But Sonny Styles is going to go 5 here. Cleveland is definitely not thrilled to see quarterback not great. Ty Simpson, ranked 53rd now. I mean, John Mateer's in this class. I mean, but are you really going to look for somebody like that in the first round? Leading me to take a receiver here. Jordan Tyson, we take a look at his stats last year. I mean, he had a great 2024 season, but 61 catches for 711 yards this year with 8 touchdowns. A complete dip in production. And that's with him being the number 1 target, too. Now, I'm very high on Carnell Tate. I believe he's fantastic. Last year, I mean, to be fair, he did improve in production a lot. But you're going to Ohio State, which makes sense. But, I mean, he had 48 catches for 838 yards and 9 touchdowns on 10 games. So, I mean, that's with him being the number 2 target, too. Which is arguably more impressive than being the number 1 and recording a little bit under that stat line. For that reason, I have Carnell Tate rated over Jordan Tyson, and that's who the Browns are going to go with here. Even if it's Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, throwing the ball to a receiver that he's brand new with, but at least he has a target other than Harold Fannin Jr. I mean, like, Jerry Jeudy has seemed to be non-existent. And who else do you have, like Cedric Tillman on your team? So, that's really what leads me to take him here. And now, we have Washington Commanders. This is really a no-brainer in my mind. Caleb Downs fell, I mean, safety is not as high a position as, say, a quarterback is. He's not going to be that franchise moving. Therefore, he has fallen in this draft. And it's very unjust. I mean, we take a look at Caleb Downs. He's been fantastic for 3 seasons, even dating back to when he was playing with Georgia. And I believe Caleb Downs, this would be a good landing spot for him. I mean, you have Jane Daniels coming off of a plethora of injuries, but he's still your franchise quarterback. And you have a defense that needs a anchor to build around. And I feel like Caleb Downs could be that for them. So Caleb Downs is going to land with the Commanders, and here is where it gets interesting because you have the Saints. Jordan Tyson's here. Peter Woods is also here. So, do you take Peter Woods? I mean, you need defensive line help. You have a stronger wide receiver core than you do have a defensive line core. I mean, you have Brian Breesy, right, and then you have Cameron Jordan and Chase Young. Now, Cameron Jordan not getting much younger whatsoever, and Peter Woods could really give you an infusion of youth into your overall defensive line. I mean, he's not what you're going to call a productive sack getter. I mean, he's not going to sack the quarterback as often as some pass rushers, but he's a great run stopper. I mean, he could stuff the run with the best of them. And I feel like defensive line is a more glaring need to be improved than it is receivers. So, for that reason, Peter Woods is going to be drafted here. Now, with Kansas City, I mean, this is a great landing spot for Jeremiah Love. Was a Heisman runner-up. I mean, he's been awesome for 2 straight years. Almost led Notre Dame into the playoffs, which I feel like they got snubbed. Notre Dame and Vanderbilt deserve to be in the playoffs, I believe, over some teams like Alabama, who just got destroyed by Georgia in the SEC championship. But I rest my case. I'm on a freaking yapping station, but Jeremiah Love is going to be drafted to Kansas City. Now, I do believe Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end out of Oregon here, I feel like the Chiefs will trade up to 20 to get him. That way they can get the 5th-year option, because who knows what's going to happen to Travis Kelce. Is he retiring? Is he not? Is he going to have one last dance to try to make a Super Bowl? I mean, the man's had a fantastic career. I mean, he's won a couple Super Bowls, and he's on the statistical leaderboard as a tight end. I mean, what more can you really ask for? But yet he's still going. I mean, he's almost 35. I mean, for goodness sake, Travis, settle down and have some kids. Aye. Jordan Tyson, number 1 player on the board still, but we all know that the Bengals do not need wide receiver. They need defense, and they need offensive line. And there's not great offensive line on the board right here. I feel like I could see them trading back to 18 or something. But another opportunity could present itself, and I believe that they would end up taking somebody like Ruben Bain. Flexible on defense, could play inside, could play defensive tackle. I mean, he's big enough to play defensive tackle. I mean, he's 6'3". I mean, his weight isn't even listed here. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's a freak. Freak athlete. He's going to go here at 10. And now, the Rams are here after the trade from Atlanta. And they're listed, these are quarterback, corner, and tackle. Now, considering Matthew Stafford could very possibly may end up retiring after this season, do we take a quarterback? Do we reach for a quarterback? I don't think so. I mean, in the second round, you have your own second rounder. This isn't even your own first rounder. Now, towards the end of the first round, they could end up taking one. But right here, we're going to just have them taking best player available. I mean, Gerard McCoy seems to be, I mean, they need corner. I mean, can you really size it up any better? I mean, and he plays both sides of the ball. Interesting. Well, he did play both sides of the ball last season. But this year he switched to straight up cornerback and lockdown corner. Absolutely locked down. Therefore, leading me, I mean, I don't think he's going to be a Travis Hunter. I think he'll most likely just play on the defensive side of the ball. But the Rams not going to take quarterback here. I mean, they could take tackle, but it would be a reach. And McCoy is just the best overall player there. Now, Miami. Quinn Ewers looked like a legit top 10 quarterback this week. I mean, he absolutely torched that Buccaneers defense. That being said, what's the future for Tyreek Hill? What's the future for Jalen Waddle? What's the future for Tua Tagovailoa? And the rest of that team really just does not have it. I advise anybody who is halfway decent, get out of Miami. They are going to be in this top 5 range next year. And that's not a spoiler, that's a promise. Alright. Miami, going to have them taking Jordan Tyson. He's fell far enough. They need receiver. He's going to go at 12. Now, the Bucs, they have their 3 receivers, but Mike Evans not getting any younger. Chris Godwin not getting any younger. And, I mean, edge, Kendrick Falk is here. And, they don't need corner. I mean, with the immersion of Jacob Parrish, who has been really good this season, I believe that Kendrick Falk will go here at this point. Dallas, I mean, they got the running back. I mean, Javonte Williams, 1,000-yard rusher this season, and he's been a touchdown machine. I mean, it's just their defense. I mean, they trade away Micah, and they just, Mansur Delane, I really like him here for this pick. And with him being flexible from corner and safety, I think Mansur Delane would be a really good pick here. I mean, he's played in the box, he's played out of the box, he's played slot. He's really just great. Two interceptions this past season. Really skyrocketed up boards. I didn't even really know who this guy was until I was starting doing research for this video, but Mansur Delane, I watched some of his tape. I mean, he's really a lockdown corner and can play safety too, so Mansur Delane's going to go 14 to the Cowboys, and now here's where things get interesting. I mean, you have the Lions here, you have some good teams coming up, including the Lions, the Ravens, the Vikings are here, Pittsburgh at 20. So, who do the Lions take? They need corner. They absolutely just got sniped by the Cowboys from the player they were most likely going to take here. Avian Terrell is here, though. Spencer Fano is here. Caleb Banks. All positions of need. 1, 2, 3. For all 3. Now, which is the one they need the most? It's going to be cornerback. I mean, we saw them get torched repeatedly by Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams in that game against the Rams, where they really just did not look good. Even when they played the other day, I mean, they got torched by the Vikings. I mean, They really need everything as far as trenches go, I believe. But corner really could be something that they really do need. So we're going to take him here. And now, like, the Ravens, they're really just, they are definitely best player available. And best player available here, they don't need receiver. So Malachi Lemon is not going to land here, and his fall will continue. But Caleb Banks, they need defensive tackle. You could argue that you draft Spencer Fano and slide him down to guard with him being 6'6" and 380 pounds. But, I mean, he's a great run blocker. I mean, arguably one of the best tackles we've seen in a couple years since Will Campbell last year. I mean, other than that, last year, Will Campbell, not many teams that were fantastic, that drafted tackle fantastically, so. But, right here, we're going to draft Caleb Banks. Best player available, they need defensive line. Now, the Vikings are interesting here. I don't feel like they need a receiver. I mean, once again, another situation where you're going best player available. And their defensive line's been good. I mean, they don't need tight end. This is just really best player available, and I feel like they could draft Spencer Fano and reshuffle the offensive line, which they can keep him at tackle, probably move Ryan O'Neal to guard, and keep that offensive line just strong and absolutely ferocious. So we're going to take Fano here. And now, with the Sauce Gardner trade, the Jets did acquire pick 18. And now they get their wide receiver to pair with their quarterback. Malachi Lemon, out of USC, is going to go here at 18. I mean, they could have arguably taken one of the wide receivers that went earlier, in Jordan Tyson or even Cardell Tate. But they get their quarterback and they get a receiver to pair along with him, along with Garrett Williams. Listen to me. I think I actually said it right. I don't know. Regardless, next up is the Panthers. Howell is here. I mean, he's good. I mean, he had 12 sacks this season, 27 quarterback hurries. He's played 13 games so far, so their season is over because they lost to Miami. But great season individually for him, and he's going to go here at 19 to the Panthers. And now at 20, quarterback, receiver, tackle, DBs listed needs for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I have Denzel Boston going here. Obviously, I may be a little bit biased because I'm a Washington fan. But if we take a look at his receiver yards, 62 receptions, 880 yards, 11 receiving touchdowns. He could be that jump ball guy. Pair him along with DK Metcalf. I believe you have two jump ball guys. And if you get a slot receiver later on in the draft, receiver corps should be looking very good for whoever the quarterback is going into next season. And the Dallas deal that landed Micah Parsons for the Packers, who unfortunately did get injured, wishing prayers upon him, but the Cowboys here have another first-round pick. And once again, they are probably going to go defense. And TJ Parker, edge out of Clemson. I mean, he had 6 sacks this season. Obviously, you're going really based off of his 2024 stats and everything. But him as a player, I mean, just that Clemson team this year wasn't really good. Kate Klubnik threw way too many interceptions. And I feel like TJ Parker could just be very good for this team. Overall, they need edge after trading away Micah. They're entering a full rebuild state, but TJ Parker's going to go there. Philadelphia Eagles at 22. I mean, it states their needs are wide receiver, guard, edge, and corner. But they really are just going BPA. And what better to give them but the best guard in the draft? Iono is going to go here. The Chargers, building through the trenches. And Caden McDonald out of Ohio State, going to go here. Once again, you don't have a pass rusher in him. But you have... Pass rushing could be developed. You cannot develop instinct in stopping the run, which I believe is something that McDonald is very good at. So we're going to draft him here for the Chargers. Coming to the end of this video is going to be the playoff contenders. You have the Texans through the Seahawks. So, this mock draft has the Seahawks projected to win the Super Bowl, which could be a real possibility, but who knows? The Texans really need interior offensive line with the best guard going off the board, but Manu, I forgot how to pronounce this dude's name. Regardless. We're just going to call him Francis, okay? Okay, guys. But Francis here only allowed 2 sacks this season. Still going in the playoffs. And he could be slid down to guard, or you can move somebody out to, keep him at tackle and move whoever they have at tackle right now down to guard. But I feel like you just need offensive line in general to reshuffle it. So we're going to take him here. But now comes up the Bills. And they need defense so bad. It's not even funny the amount of defense the Bills need. C.J. Allen is here. Christian Miller is also here. Colt Hood is here. The Maxwell Harrison pick. And when he's been on the field, he's been really good. But keeping him on the field is definitely something to match. So, edge is also a need with Greg Rousseau, but, you don't have that premier pass rusher. So, Romel Heights could really be a big option. He had 8 sacks this season. 40 quarterback hurries, which is an insane number. For David Bailey, also going earlier in the first round. So, we're going to take Romel Heights. And San Francisco, they need wide receiver with Brandon Ayuk being out the entire season. And Casey Concepcion is here at rank 28. Taking a look at him, he was really good this season. 61 catches for almost 1,000 yards and 9 receiving touchdowns. Really just taking best player available. They need guard, they need edge, they need safety, but there is really no more edges on the board worth taking at this spot right here. So he's going to go at 28. And now the Rams are up. And what better way, if Matt Stafford does stay, and it's a big if, he loves throwing to his tight ends. We've seen it with Kobe Parkinson. We saw it with Tyler Higbee on their Super Bowl run in 2021. Kenyon Sadiq could be the next guy. But you also have Caden Proctor here, who has been one of the best tackles in the league in college football. So, I don't really know. You could call it controversial, but I'm taking Sadiq here. I feel like he could, if Stafford does stay, it could be a big, big, big selection there. And now the Browns, they get their franchise quarterback, or they don't get their franchise quarterback, correction. Forgot. I'm thinking back to a mock draft I did previously that I didn't post, but they do not get a quarterback. But whoever they do have starting at quarterback is going to be protected, with them taking Caden Proctor. Self-explanatory there. I mean, tackle is a big need for them. And the Chicago Bears up defensive line and safety. I mean, you have a lot of guys here, arguably. And I think Colton Hood is a great defensive back on his own. I mean, you put him out there on an island. I mean, he got targeted 52 times this season, and he came away with one interception. But, I mean, like, he could play boundary corner, but I believe he could be a good slot guy as well. So, Colton Hood could be a pick here, and I do think that they really need a cornerback. So, going to go here with Colton Hood. 30 with the Patriots. Really, they need another tackle to protect Drake May. The left side's been great, but the right tackle position has not been fulfilled. I mean, who else are you really going to take here? It's Cameron Lube. So he goes there at 30. 31, it's the Broncos. And they need tight end, they need interior offensive line, but they also need linebacker. CJ Allen. No-brainer pick there. And with the last pick ending off this mock draft, let me know if you've liked it down below. But the Seattle Seahawks are going to end up taking LT Overton to finish it off. Because Overton, I mean, he's flexible. I mean, he could fit on the end. He could fit on the end. He could fit on the outside. But that's it. LT Overton's going to go. This is only a one-round mock draft, so let me know what you thought of it below. And tell me if you liked it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.